Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In my previous video, I talked about the two major mistakes that many students make who fail in their CA final exam and the minor mistakes which is there in those two major mistakes that I talked about in the previous video. So do watch that video to understand the mistakes that you should not make while giving your CA final exams or if you are giving your first attempt in November 26. In this video, I am going to talk about the way to handle your IBS paper. This is a nightmare of a subject which is there, I don't know why. But still, if it is there, you have to clear it so that you become CA. So I am making this video to give you an understanding of how to do the preparation for your IBS subject, because nobody is able to understand how to prepare for IBS. You are clueless when you are going into the exam that what will I do in those 4 hours. So that is the reason I am making this video, to help you to understand how to tackle the IBS subject and prepare yourself before going into the exam hall for giving your IBS exam. So let's start with this video without wasting much time. So as you can see on the screen that either you are giving both the groups or you are giving group 2. So first we'll go through the students who are giving both their groups in the November 26 exam. If you are giving both the groups, there are 2 ways by which you can prepare your IBS paper. Is that one is the long method and one is the shortcut method. In the long method, the chances of you succeeding in IBS paper is very high. But in the shortcut method, I cannot guarantee that you will definitely clear, but you will at least prepare yourself in a somewhat manner and might be able to give your 100% in the IBS exam. So the chances of succeeding in the shortcut method is low, but still, if you do not have any option, you can go with the shortcut method. So what is the long method that I am talking about? In the long method, the only way that you can tackle or you can prepare for IBS is by doing case studies. And what I mean by doing case studies is that from the second revision, you give 1 hour every day for solving one case study. So if you have not watched my previous video, you will not understand that why I am saying from the second revision and not from the start. But let me show you what I have told the students of how to prepare in the 4 months that is there. The first revision that you are going to do if you are giving both the groups is your first revision should either complete by August 10th or max to max it should go by September 10th, and your first revision should definitely end by September 10th. The second revision should either be completed by September end or October 5, and the third revision should definitely complete by October 20, because after that you have to do your RTP for November 26 and also summarization of everything and also re-revision of AFM and audit before starting your FR last revision. So all those things can be done in the last 10 days, in the last 6 or 7 days, and then you start with your FR paper. So that is the reason I am telling that you have to start your IBS preparation from the second revision and not from the first revision, because in the first revision you actually do not understand what is the 5 subjects talking about. What are the main chapters in those 5 subjects? Which topic is there in those 5 subjects? All these things will be understood after you do your first revision. So from the second revision, what you have to do is for each day, you have to allocate 1 hour and solve the IBS case study. You have to start from maybe May 26 paper, or you can start from the Jan 26 paper, then go behind. That is, you do Jan 26 paper, then you do the Jan 26 RTP, MTPs, then you do the November 25 paper in this manner. Then you do the September 25 paper, and in this manner, you at least practice 45 case studies. And how do I come up with this number? Is that you start your second revision from September and you end your revision by October 20 or October 15. You can stop yourself 5 days before for IBS. So minimum you will definitely give 45 case studies and prepare yourself for the IBS exam. This is the longest method, but it has the highest chance of you succeeding, because once you give your IBS paper every day, you will understand how to tackle the case studies, how to read the case studies, which questions you have to solve, in what way you have to solve your IBS paper, because for other papers you might start with MCQs, but for IBS you should never start with MCQs, because you will ruin your time, you will just waste your time, because the MCQs are the toughest in IBS. So all those nuances you will understand once you practice IBS and practice each case study one. So just open your book, try to identify each and every question that is there in those 1 hour, and if you are able to solve 70 to 80% each day, then you are making yourself prepared for your IBS exam. This is the longest method. But what is the shortcut method? Shortcut method is for those students who might have messed up their preparation, their timeline, or maybe there was a health issue or anything, and you have not given yourself the time to prepare for IBS. So you have to at least allocate 7 to 8 days for your IBS preparation. And that is the least that you have to do, because for 5 days or 1.5 days, I can just say that it is better that you do not even study. You just go into the exam and give your exam rather than giving 5 days or 1.5 days. So for 7 to 8 days, what you have to do is for 2 to 3 days, you have to study law. And that is the toughest subject that is there in IBS. In law, the questions are very tricky, and in order to tackle those questions, you have to go through the entire module, even go through the lectures, buy the lectures if you want, go through the revision videos. Everything which you do for the first 5 subjects, you have to do for the law subject, because the questions are very tricky. If you actually do not understand the entire concept, you will not be able to solve even an MCQ. And that is my experience. That is the May 26 students' experience. Everyone will say the same thing, that law is the toughest subject that is coming in the IBS exam. So for the 3 days you give for law, then for 2 days you give for costing, and understand which all topics are there in which subject, in which chapter, which all topics are there, what are the important points that are coming in the last few attempts. All these things you can understand. And then for the last 2 or 3 days, you have to go through the AFM, FR theory, as well as give at least 5 to 10 case studies. Because if you do not give 5 to 10 case studies, then you will not even understand how to tackle the case studies that are going to come in your exam. You will be blank as to where to start, how to start, which question to do, which to skip. Everything is necessary for IBS, because I know there are 1 hour for each case study, but that 1 hour is very, very less if you actually give your exam or if you have given your exam. So this is a shortcut method. I will not recommend it, because you are not fully prepared. And if you are not fully prepared, that means you are increasing your chance of failing in a CX. And that is the reason you should go with the long method. It is the safest method by which you can prepare yourself for IBS and increase your chance of clearing your exams in the first attempt or in whatever attempt you are going to give for November 26th. And if you are only going to go with single group, that you have to only give the single group, that is the group 2, then there is only one way by which you can clear your IBS exam. And the only way, which is you have to go through the group 1 revision videos, plus either solve LDR questions or at least go through the question bank. This is the only way by which you will make sure that you are 100% prepared for your IBS exam if you are giving only group 2 exam. Because once you have given group 1, in the next attempt you actually do not remember what is there in group 1, what is there in FR or AFM. All those things, all those subjects, all those chapters go blank in your head. And when you are giving your group 2, especially the IBS exam, you are not able to figure out which chapter the question is talking about or which subject the question is talking about. And if you are not able to understand that, then how will you be able to write the answer? And that is the reason during your preparation, that is during these 4 months or the 3 months that you are going to revise, you have to go through the revision videos of group 1. I know it is very difficult to go back to the subjects that you have cleared, but for IBS you have to do that. Because if you don't do that, that means you are increasing your chance of failing the CA final exams, because you are not preparing for it. And the only way to prepare for it is to go through the group 1 subjects, read them, revise them, get used to the concepts that are there, get used to the question bank, get used to the LDR question. And if you find any question related to it, then you will definitely be able to understand, okay, this is the subject or this is the chapter of which the question is talking about. And then only you will be able to score good marks in your IBS paper, because majority of your paper will come from group 1 as well as the 2 subjects that are there, that is law and costing. So if you only go by the preparation of doing group 2, then you are definitely going to clear your exam only by luck. And if you want to go only by luck, then I would say that don't even think of IBS. Just do the 2 subjects and go by luck. Open the books there and there, and just try to figure out the paper in the 4 hours that is there. But if you want to prepare for it, this is the only way that I think you can prepare for it. Then you go with the law and costing subject, and in the same manner you have to do the law and costing subjects, as I have told before, that you have to give 2 or 3 days for law and 2 or 3 days for costing, and in this manner you will be prepared for your group 2 IBS paper. So if you are giving only group 2, this is the only way. If you are giving both the groups, I have told you the long and the shortcut method. So that's it from this video. If you have liked this video, do share it to your friends who are going to give their exam in November 26. Subscribe to this channel, even join the Telegram channel, because many videos are going to come on this channel regarding your November 26 exam, which you should not miss. And thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.